Hey everybody, welcome to the video blog, this latest edition here of Storm Talk, and today I'm joined with Ryan Hoke as well.
Nice to see you, Brian.
Yeah, we don't get to work together very often, so Kevin, don't come back. We're fine. I'm just kidding. No, we're having a good time here today because we're avoiding severe weather so far this afternoon, and that's always a good thing. We need the rain.
We do. We are about 3.5 inches behind on rain for the year so far, so we could really use some. I know everybody's lawn's starting to get brown.
Yeah, how's yours doing? You watering yours? Or?
I'm not watering it yet, but we're getting to that point.
Yeah, it's getting there. A lot of people are. And, this is the drought monitor. They update this every Thursday morning, so we'll have an update tomorrow, so make sure to check back in. I've got a feeling, now we're getting some rain here today, so there shouldn't be anything drastic, but a few spots could get awful close to that moderate drought level, especially across central Kentucky. I got a feeling the way it's looking. So
yeah, we haven't had a solid, good soaking rain. We've had some of these storms that like to break up and be spotty, so not everybody's gotten the rain.
Yeah, very weird. It's not a widespread issue. So some of you have had a lot of rain. You're thinking, what are you talking about, drought? Everything's fine in my yard. But there are a lot of folks, and especially farmers. I'm hearing about a lot of farmers are really struggling right now because they have such large fields, and the rain has not been uniform for them, so they're having to irrigate it a little bit. Here's the latest on the radar. We had these showers and storms this morning. For a while there was a little threatening, this complex that developed back here in southwest Indiana. That has raced to the south and west, a very odd movement there for a complex of storms to take, but moving away from us. And now we've had some storms. These have briefly gone severe in East Kentucky, but so far, nice and dry. But as Ryan will point out, we still have an issue here we've got to get through for the afternoon.
Yeah, we've got the cloud cover, and that's something I woke up to this morning and said, that's going to be affecting our forecast as we head throughout the day. When you've got clouds early on in the day, that limits instability, and that hampers storm formation. That could still happen, though, today, especially in this area right here you see circled in red, and then they would surge southward throughout the evening.
Yeah, and it's a wait-and-see game on that because it's going to take a little bit of heating to get caught up from the cloud cover. So by the time we get the heating right where it needs to be and the time in the front moving through, it may be more of a Kentucky issue than Indiana. The way it's looking. But it's even then, though, Ryan, we're not talking about severe weather the way it's looking right now.
No, the Storm Prediction Center has like a 5% risk for some damaging winds down on the Kentucky side of the river. I don't think that's going to be an issue because I think we've kind of passed the peak heating by the time that begins to form. So.
And that's good. That's good, certainly. Let's take a look, actually. Wow, I've got the radar on, so bear with me here just 1 second. And we'll take a look at the rainfall so far that we've had. And this has been over the past, let's go back 12 hours, and this is the area that's picked up the rain so far. Look at the rain amounts off to the west of us here across Illinois. I mean, pretty impressive rain totals, over 3 inches, radar estimates anyway. And then you get into Kentucky. I mean, come on. We need some more rain than this.
I mean, look at Cincinnati area, all the way up to Indianapolis on I-70. They've gotten some. We're like in this donut hole, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. But we still have a chance. I mean, the front is not through. And until the front passes your backyard, you can still see a downpour, but anything that's going to catch you up on a drought status is not likely. But, hey, we'll take whatever we can. We mentioned temperatures. Look to the south where, obviously, the morning rain has avoided our southern counties altogether, so we've got upper 80s here. And the sun's now coming back out, so you guys were in the 70s, and now you're heating up. I think even here in Louisville, I think we're top out into the upper 80s. And we were forecasting 92. I don't think that's going to be reachable, but it's still a very warm day, Ryan.
Yeah, it's all about the cloud cover. Whenever you can get that sunshine through, you can get those warmer temperatures.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the latest on Futurecast as we head into the rest of the afternoon to the evening. We're going to at least go with the model idea. There could be a last-minute development along the front. You see the north wind, so the front is past southern Indiana at this point, about 9 in the evening. It should be right along the Ohio River itself. And if there's going to be a last-minute development of thunderstorms, it'll be at that point, I would say toward mid-evening. And then, as the front takes over, we get a dominant northerly flow, and look at that. And it's going to be nice out there. Not exactly probably pool weather. Well, I don't know. It could be pool weather. You could probably do that.
If you've got a pool heater, then you're in good shape.
And that's a problem. See, actually the past couple nights, we've had some very warm nights. So the water may not be too bad, but these cool nights coming our way soon, especially next week, it's going to drop that pool level down. And you see how it stays nice and sunny all the way through Thursday afternoon. So, but here's the good news. And Ryan, I know you're excited about this.
Oh, yes. Here's the deal. We're going to have this cool pattern in here as we go throughout your Friday. But here comes a warm front, and we're in this warm sector. Once again, as we go throughout the weekend, this is going to bring chances for storms to move through, especially during the nighttime. We're talking Friday night into Saturday morning, and then Saturday night into Sunday morning, maybe even Sunday afternoon as well. We're talking multiple rounds of potential storms, kind of hard to nail down at this point, but when you're in the warm sector like this, you're going to be under a northwest flow aloft that can bring those storm systems from Illinois down to Indiana. So I think especially our northern counties, Brian, could be affected by this.
Yeah, it's important for the time period of Friday through the weekend to stay tuned to almost every newscast, stay tuned to social media, because the timing of these storms for the weekend is going to keep changing. And we'll have a good idea, though, a good 6 hours before they really get going. But just kind of stay tuned if you have outdoor plans. Do not cancel your plans this weekend. Just be alert to what's happening. And then after that, man, a nice, cool. We've been talking about this now for about 2 weeks, I think. But it finally arrives as we head into Monday. And how cool? Well, yeah, look at that. 70s. Indianapolis, 65. And I believe, we'll look this up, I don't think Indianapolis hit 90 yet. That
sounds about right, because we've been barely hitting 90 on some days, and of course they're up the road a bit. So.
Yeah, so it doesn't look good for them next week.
No.
65, I mean, that is cool for certainly for late July, early August, and then 77 here, and we do see a chance for us to warm back up again, at least slightly as we get into August. But
70s in July, holy smokes!
It's nice. It's really nice. It's our third cool snap we've had this summer, and we're still analyzing how this is going to impact the fall, and obviously how it's going to impact the winter. We'll deal with that as we go through time. But there's an obvious pattern we've seen now for 12 months, and we don't see a whole lot really change. A lot of factors are being debated on how El Nino is going to play out, and I think that's going to be the catalyst here. How will it develop? I think it will develop. But I don't think it's going to be overly strong, and likely not strong enough to really change our pattern. So
no, and we'll certainly have the moisture in here as we get that active subtropical jet going with the El Nino. It depends on how strong it is, though.
Yeah,
you said, so.
Maybe a big snow this year. Nice.
Had lots of little snows last year. They were kind of headaches.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to get it done in just one or two, fell swoops, so that we don't have to deal with it for weeks on end.
That's how I am. I just want maybe 2 1-foot snowstorms, give or take. I'll be happy with that, and they can be 80 degrees, and I'll be happy.
You heard it here, folks. 2 1-foot snowstorms this winter.
Not one. I need 2 of them. And that's it. I mean, I like it just, get a good snow in here. We remember the 90s, how fun they were. But we don't want anybody hurt. I know people think, that's...
We're not wishing that on anyone.
Right. We want fun snow. But I don't like cold weather. So if only it could snow at 80, I'd be extremely happy.
You are a paradox. You don't like cold weather, but you do like snow.
Yeah.
He's weird.
Very weird. Thanks for watching, guys. Both of us will be on here starting at 5 o'clock for this evening. We'll catch you then.